Okay, let's get this stream started by starting Fallout 4. There it goes. For some reason, Fallout 4 script extends a lot faster than Skyrim's. Don't know why, it just is. Then again, probably because it's 64-bit rather than 32. Yeah, it's funny to think, really, isn't it? The whole 64-bit, 32-bit thing. And so it's kind of odd to think that, like, not that long ago we were only in, like, 8-bit, which was like NES, Sega Master System, and that was about Atari, 200 was it? Or 78? No, 7800, I think. And gotta find the correct character. There we go. And so, then it went to 16-bit, which was like Sega Mega Drive or Genesis in America, the Super NES, the TurboGrafx 16, and I think that was it for the major ones. Then there was a 32-bit era, which was like, I think Sega Saturn, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Oh no, technically there was 64-bit. Because N64 was technically 64-bit, and yet modern computers up until very recent, before like Windows Vista and such, were all 32-bit, and yet were infinitely superior in both power and graphics capability than a Nintendo 64, which was 64-bit, which, it all gets really confusing, and, it was, at the time, it was like, do the maths and the bits, and it was kind of, higher bits meant better, but, to be honest, it's not really relevant, because anything, it's not how many, at the point where 32 bits, it's not how many bits you have, it's sort of how they're used. I mean, you couldn't say that an N64 could do more than a Windows XP computer, for example. You just couldn't, because it doesn't happen. Speaking of which, I need to remember where I am. Where's this dead drop? Great, there. Where do I have to go to see? Oh yeah, to get the cursor out. That was it. I'm just trying to remember what I actually have to do. It happens every stream, I sort of forget what I'm doing. Precious ammunition. Why it's in a cash register, I'm not quite sure. Made a Fat Vault Luck Fairy put it there. I do have high luck, so... No, don't seem to be much of interest there. Ugh, Ugh. Why did NPCs have to kill these? I mean, by killing these, you effectively start, make them appear everywhere. For some reason, Automatron is really badly integrated, and the random encounters and attacks, might well talk to this. Yeah.
Looks like it was
an interesting. My name is
La.
They must be
probability.
Blah 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 blah.
We knew we were.
Well, you certainly.
Your apathy and it's
blah 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 blah.
The Mechanist sounds ridiculous.
Perhaps, but I ask your assistance in return.
You want.
I admit my goal is to. I won't rest until I. Now we last. You may find information. I will follow and.
No.
Not right now.
Ada is just annoying. She never, ever shuts up. Ever. I mean, I once dismissed as a sanctuary, and I could hear her no matter where I was in sanctuary. Oh. Damn, turn off Conrad. And so, hopefully it's not even copyrights like for that. Whatever. Looks like they steal the few pennies you make, sort of one. Not the proper copyright strike. That's a bit aggressive. That's if you're like actively trying to monetize something. Well, this is just accidental, and they demand that they steal all your pennies. These dead drop locations are totally random. There's a few with like assorted mailboxes that they get dumped in. I think Augusta Safe House is it's there, not far away at all. I better go to do Starlight. I don't ever build on Starlight because it's kind of like, it's what, if you want to build something, Starlight is the only place you can, because it's the only one that's flat and actually has the ability to build shit on, because it's the only one that's flat, level, flat, it's level, and it's large. If you ever want to build anything special, Starlight's the thing to build it on. Otherwise, you've got to deal with awkward clipping and have to use console to move things, which is not a particularly fun process. I mean, in a couple of streams, I'll probably take Hangman's Alley, and I'll probably have that all set up, but because I've set it up on another character as like an actual useful place, basically as a Minutemen artillery post, if nothing else. But moving the artillery gun required command. And it's because, for some reason, you can't actually put stuff very high in Hangman's Alley. And if you put the artillery cannon at the bottom, it will never hit anything. Because it actually has to have an arc to fire from. Because it's not actually like something that's just summoned out of nowhere. It does actually come from the cannons. It's quite... It's actually quite, it's quite an impressive thing that it does that. Really? Well, I'll just ignore those raiders. But, this Mercer safe house is going to be the most impressive settlement that anyone has ever built. I'm not kidding, it will be the most impressive thing you will ever see in your entire life. I mean, the only thing you have to do is scrap the cars, because otherwise they just sort of go boom. Right. Mole rats are annoying. Just because they come out of just because they can dig through anything and they're just really annoying. I'm pretty sure I have a mod that stops like the rad scorpions doing it because it was just unbelievably annoying. Because it makes no sense for the rad scorpions to do it. These things are this is their only unique feature. Rad scorpions have venom. They actually sort of poison. Oh, this isn't even an enemy that's supposed to be here. That's a small one. Oh no, I have to use a bobby pin.
That's it.
So easy. Build defences! Well. What's appropriate for the rail? Yeah, let's give it a little bit of funny and just make it a Fat Man turret. Yeah. Let's just make it a Fat Man turret. And let's just clean these rad barrels out. Because honestly, no joke, this actually does clean up the water. See? No more rads. Might as well get some materials back from this place. There we go. And this is now a safe house. Apparently. It is merely a drive-in theatre with a Fat Man turret. And that is now worthy of being called a safe house and the best settlement ever. Because it requires, I think it requires like 15 defense, and that's it. Just checking where I'm going. Straight line. I know a lot of people complain about just how colourful Fallout 4 is. I think it's nice that it actually has some colour. I mean, let's face it, vanilla Fallout, Fallout 3 is everything is. Even if you remove the green filter, most things are either grey or green. Even if you remove the ridiculous green filter, New Vegas, most of the things are either grey or orange. It's kind of. And that's without the orange filter that New Vegas has. Because, yeah, New Vegas actually has an orange filter. You know, not many people, you know, people don't seem to remember, you know, it's nowhere near as hated as the Fallout 3 green filter, but it does exist. As I've shown in my streams, actually, I've shown it toggled on and off, and you can see my EMB is pure. It's like the most base. It's basic clean light. That's all it is. You know, basically, I actually have it primarily just to get rid of the stupid orange filter. You know, bloody automatron. Just automatrons. Oh fuck. The bloody automatron spawns. I mean, they're not even well implemented, because look, this is a legendary one. And he doesn't even actually have a legendary in front of his name. You know, they're just really, really badly implemented. Wow, that. I couldn't miss that bad if I tried. Oh, I bought helmet is ridiculous. It's actually something for free, I believe. I think it was actually a... You know, it was a one-off unique item in 3. It was this random iBot helmet, and it looked just as ridiculous in 3 as it did in 4, to be honest. The only good thing is Rust Devil armor is surprisingly good. But like every random encounter once you start Automatron is the Automatron, you know, either the Mechanist robots or the Rust Devils. Like every single one. Ferals. Like every one, it just gets ridiculous. So I tend not to. Oh, it can shoot through the bush, but I can't. And notice your automatron robots are much stronger than vanilla. Vanilla goes down in like, what, 2 hits? I'm gonna eat some irradiated foods. Dirty water, you need it for cooking. That'll do. Might as well level up. I've got 2 perk points I might never use. Should do a pick me, that actually works. May seem useless at level 1, but at high levels it becomes really, really handy. Just for like the rad removal. Saves you having to watch it. Makes Radaway perfectly pointless though. You know, and pretty much negates the island's fog and pretty much all fog, you know, anything radioactive it pretty much negates. Unless it's like really heavy. Oh no! Ferals! Oh no! More ferals! You can see I'm not really scared of ferals. I mean, I don't think I've ever died to ferals. Now I know there are raiders in here. And I know that the bottom... This is not... This is a guaranteed death floor in here as well.
Terminal somewhere.
There really is no real purpose to opening that terminal.
Okay, cut the shit.
It really...
I see you.
Walking canes are not actually that common a weapon. You're actually surprised. For such a low-grade weapon, they are surprisingly uncommon. I had no idea surgical things blew up when you shot them. I had no idea about that. Yeah, better check this. Let's see, nothing. One of these actually has a skill book in it, so I just can't remember which one it is. You know, so I tend not to. Okay, so where is this raider?
Hope you made your.
Say, I never knew they blew up, ever. For a turret that's on the bed, it should have disintegrated in a weird way.
One piece.
Yeah, simps are that bad that they got beaten out by raiders of all things. You know, raiders. Oh, great. Where do I go from here? I think there's an elevator or something. Yep, there it is. I will probably die at the bottom of this place. Because I know there's a guaranteed death claw down there, and that will kind of murder me. Which is why I have Piper. Hopefully the death claw go for her sweet innards, and not go for me. Hopefully. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah, the plan is that. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen, but... yeah, all the best laid plans go awry.
Oh, it's on!
What was that?
Gluing fungus. More dead simps, because simps are apparently shit. Like, really shit.
There you are.
Oh,
Finish.
missile launch mania. I do like how far you can fall into that wall without getting hurt. It's kind of funny.
Hey, they're here.
Great, you would have to fall in the worst possible spot. I can always do with more missiles. What's that for? Missiles. Oh dear, this is where the dog... What the... Why did the dog just...
Lock's really strong.
It's like, the only way out is down there. So... Oh dear.
This is normal for other journalists.
No. This would be very dangerous if the Vor mod was turned on. Basically, anytime there's a melee weapon that I can't take, that's one of the Vor ones. So, you know, it's not a threat when it's on a man, but when it's on a woman, you've got to be really careful. That turret's good. It's so slow off the map.
This shouldn't take long.
What was that?
It shouldn't take long. I heard a garrison raider. Where are you? Come on.
Expected.
There you go, there you died. Now you go. More gluing fungus. Now, this is the point where you really, really hope that death claw doesn't see you. Run! I had to press. You know, you have to hit the circuit breaker, press the button, and run. You don't have to take the fusion core. I guess I was being a bit greedy with that. Run.
Gone.
run away. You don't even stay to fight it. Drunken gnomes are just evil. I mean, do you really want that in your camp? Stealing your booze, killing your lawn flamingos, and doing unspeakable things. And this is a teddy bear, like seriously. And why are both the help tips about involve teddy bear as the last word? It's like when you, as to quite how the Deathclaw got in there, I don't know, because they're not small. I mean, in fact, you could say they are rather large. Also, I've stopped even muting the radio because there really is no point. Like, seriously no point. Because it doesn't actually do anything except mute the radio that you actually have to manually turn on in the first place. You know, so it's kind of really pointless. Since course chip involves railroad HQ, I might as well use it. You know. I have to go through here to get that. That's anyway. I know where it is. I don't need to. Otherwise, you'd have to do like beep, 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 beep as you get, you know, a beep. Basically, like a metal detector. It's not a particularly fun minigame, but thankfully, it only happens a few times, and I know where it. And I know where all the things are that you have to do with that horrible tracking the beeps thing. I mean, it's quite clever, but, you know, quite cleverly done, but... There's this building right here, which I think is actually bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. I think it's actually taller. So I think it's actually taller on the inside than it is on the outside. Now, this building doesn't even have a working door until this quest either, so it's not like one you can do it early.
Huh?
What was that?
I know. Now this sort of shows off that courses are supposed to be very dangerous, except what it really shows off is they are just cowards who use a stealth boy and gunners are useless.
The second intruder in the east wing near the courtyard.
But gunners are actually, you know, versus the Corsa, the gunners would actually win easily because they have far superior firepower. The Corsas are actually kind of laughable. You know, for things that are supposed to be super tough bosses, they are actually surprisingly useless in combat. Because they just spam stealth boys, that's all they do.
There we go.
Well, gunners actually have powerful weapons. Gunners are actually one of the most dangerous threats, because they actually have some of the best weaponry. And you also, they can have up to a full set of full heavy combat armor. The gunners are surprisingly dangerous. Oh, and they often come in like the gigantic packs as well.
Guess we showed you.
Really, I didn't even get hit by the cryo
We're gonna
mine.
dance? Let's dance.
We've lost contact with sectors 2 and 4.
Because when you've been through a place before, you sort of know what's coming.
Nice.
Like, for example, I know that there's mines across that bridge.
You're dead!
Yeah. Goodness dead. Because the gunners, I'm getting ammo for this thing. My ridiculous pistol.
You're almost back. Hey, you said you could hide.
Oh dear, I actually killed both of them. It's Piper. What the f... What the f... What the f... Why did she pick that up? You know, proof that unless you actually force equip them with a weapon, you know, if you force equip them with something, they won't change it. But otherwise, they will pick up better weapons and enough ammo to use it. Of course, normally they would run out of ammo and go back to their default companion weapon, but plasma cartridges, a bit early for plasma. You're considering plasma is like top, absolute top-end weapon. Now you really need to disarm that because there is a grenade bouquet. I mean, it's not a full one, but and you can actually ignore it just by running up. But you want that free grenade, don't you? This disables Tesla arc. Ugh. Leveled up. You know, it's really annoying when you want to activate your bloody Pip-Boy line. And no, you end up getting a bloody level up instead. I want to go on that Tesla arc and get my fusion cell. It's really... You know, even though it's got like 5 fusion cells plugged into it. Actually, 2 acrobat stuff will allow you to jump off buildings rather ridiculously. There's also a pair of things called the freefall legs, which are, well, almost impossible to get to. Even with like a power armor jetpack, they are almost impossible to get to. And they, when worn together, they allow you to jump off massive, you know, just take no fall damage. They just look like generic heavy combat armor that kind of really unusual. Getting up to them is, you know, it's almost like it's almost like the semi-cut content. You know, because they have a bit of backstory, you know, someone was just working on them. But like also to the point that they are just so difficult to get to. I think they're semi-cut content, and the fact that they're not unique in the slightest, apart from their enchantment / legendary effect. You know, apart from that, they are kind of...
All he had to do was tell me the password. Now, are you going to cooperate?
Oh God!
Tell me. Get over here.
You really should take him out quickly before he can stealth boy, otherwise he's just annoying. You know, he's just annoying otherwise. And you can also get, there's also a fat man in here. So there's more, I swear there's actually more fat man launchers than there is actually warheads for the things. You know, this is pre-placed, not like you can... Obviously you can sort of loot them off suicide and use them to farm them, but otherwise there's actually very few of them in the world.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just...
And so that door just takes you outside onto the roof. Not a particularly useful place to be honest. So unless you're in power or have some form of things that allow you to jump off buildings, you don't really want to be on the roof, because there's really not... I think there's a bit of ammo, but it's not worth it. You know, it's 4-4, ammo is plentiful. Apparently there was a huge military presence here. Like, absolutely enormous military presence. Because there is just ammo everywhere. So clearly civilians were gun nuts. You know, the local population was gun nuts. More so than anywhere else. And the military was everywhere. Raiders? What even is... I don't... Oh dear. That's Monsignor. Which is really, really broken by default. Yeah. I hear the beeping of a super mutant suicider. My stupid, ridiculous pistol. I call it my VAT. I should really call it VAT's blast. Because it actually cannot hit. Because VATS actually does seem to totally ignore the actual accuracy of a weapon. Because one of Axis's, or aka Blue Tape Guy, because no one can actually pronounce the name, no. Yeah, because it's not actually a pronounceable thing, it's ASXAS. That's, you know, Axis. You know. Or, you know, the guy who's... Okay. I'm just gonna forget that I saw that. And just... moving on. Anyway, but Axis actually has his handmade revolver. Which is really, really nice. But it also has a no barrel option, which... let's just say has the accuracy of a you know, off the screen. You know. There's only ever one weapon I've ever seen in any game with accuracy like that, and it's the tank machine gun in Valkyria Chronicles on Solvaria's squad's tank, which is pretty much screen size. Yep, I hear some form of railway rifle, which must mean automatron. Yep. It's like every random encounter because of these fucking mechanists. You know, I'm actually going to check console, see if there's a way to actually just disable these fucking mechanist shit, because it is really annoying. You know, it's unbelievable. I can't believe how annoying it is at. Get out of my face! Ugh. Ugh. Got pinned into a corner. Ugh. This mechanist shit is unbelievably annoying. Okay, so let's see how this is going to bring up so much shit. But you know, I'm just trying to see what would disable it, because it's just really annoying. Cause every Single. No, this is bring up loads of. There's got to be a global value. It's got to be. Low DLC. DLC 01. Help. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn this off. They are so annoying. Because it's got like a ridiculous chance. That's the problem. Oh great, there's too much to actually see. Which is the one that gives me values? Settings, I guess. Nope, globals. DLC 01 robot attacks active to 0. I'm just seeing if there's any other bloody. Just seeing if that. There we go. It's almost like it's got as you can see there, a 50%. Yeah, I've changed the actual value for the load screens down in console, but as you can see, it's only 22. Well, the default is 20. But the fact that actually, I'll set the robot attacks to active, but I've pretty much removed the chance of the fuckers appearing as because RE means random event, I think. So hopefully that'll stop them appearing. I don't know why it's a 50% chance. Because it's set that. Obviously this one won't be because this one's already spawned, but this one's all. Of course, this is already spawned, but because they can do a lot. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! And I've got to wait for the stupid stabby animation. Thank God it's just annoying because they exploded a nuclear fireball. And have that annoying. Like. Oh no, it didn't, that's surprising. All these tank bots explode like blue nuclear fireballs. Great eyeballs everywhere. Hopefully they won't appear again. So when you know what to search for, you can sort of do a lot with console. I say it's not like Oblivion or like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, where you really could not do anything with console because you had to have prior knowledge of all the values. Because there was no search functioning in Gamebryo, which was what Bethesda games ran off before Creation Engine, which is what this and Skyrim run off. It's kind of one of those really annoying things. But at least Fallout 4 you can sort of change a lot of settings in console. No wonder I felt like it was like every bloody random encounter was a bloody automatron chances. 50%! Yeah, that's like every other one will be is pretty much guaranteed to be one, which means that most of the time it'll be all of them. I just can't believe that that's the default.
Hey you, Randolph's safe house has been MIA since switchboard.
Oh dear, not that one.
Des wants you to check it out.
I hope this means Randolph.
It'd be nice to get... Once you take care...
Great, I was hoping he would come up here and say Pam needs me, because
Augusta's safe house was destroyed by the Institute.
It's as I feared. 3 safe house. I have nothing further for you at the moment.
Setting human-machine interface to 100%. Good evening, Agent. I have the location of
yay, that's all I want.
Cache. Railroad Alpha has asked for you to secure the cache.
Pre-war cache.
Unable to process, the cache is hidden in compliance with...
Nice.
Correct. The cache belongs. You only have to secure the cache.
I say these are in really random, unmarked locations, though.
Word is Diamond City is under opposition control.
I was power napping and whammo,
Oh.
it hit me.
Oh dear, I think I have to talk to Desdemona first.
I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book.
Yeah, that was me.
That's what the report says. Hard to believe. So why did...
I needed a core search.
You have one. Follow me.
Amazingly, after firing at him with a fucking missile
Glad you
launcher.
signed on. A million things can go wrong. The least of which is losing the data. When running fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
I say, I'm still unsure as to which faction I'm picking, but you know, the more, I'm not keen on the railroad.
Oh man, it's been ages. There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Oh,
You hit the jackpot.
he's
with this.
paranoid.
Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
Here you go.
All right, Tom.
All right, little Corsa chip.
It doesn't even require his input. You can actually just stick it in the computer and his program runs it, so it doesn't even need him. His program works. He doesn't. He doesn't need to be there. So it actually has more of a chance failing if he himself is doing it rather than just letting his program do it.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right.
That's basically a failsafe because you can kill the railroad off at any time.
They've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby. Show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait. They're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator.
Yeah, and of course the chip never plugs into the device properly either.
I got you. Software in. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. There, we got it. We got the code.
The longer you hold it, the further you can throw shit.
Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as...
Bet you never met a synth before Glory.
So, get a DIA cache. Return to Vigil. Well, no, I probably should return here because I don't know how arsey. I don't want to know how, because they get really arsey if you don't actually go with them. And to be honest, I'd rather have all my molecules intact and have it built by people who know what they're doing, cough Brotherhood, than and having it built by Tinky Winky Tom. Like, I would not trust the paranoid lunatic to build something. Because Minutemen, it sort of goes wrong and half breaks during use. Same with the railroad, doesn't with the Brotherhood. Theirs works fine. Totally safe when the Brotherhood does it. It doesn't start to collapse, it doesn't blow apart. there's no risk of you going dead because the Brotherhood know what they're doing. Ugh, great, in inner Boston. A lot of the, a lot of the DIA, there's 3 of them, and they're all in like really random buildings. In the arse end of Boston. Like, bits that are really awkward to get to. Because they're just like totally random buildings, they're unmarked. One of them, I think one of them in a hospital, one in this building called Hub 360, which I get the feeling was supposed to be marked on the map, but they couldn't actually fit it on the scale of the map they wanted. Great, I can't see a thing because it's dark. Oh, damn, my face gunner. Also, that battle rifle bayonet's part of the Axis' Blue Tape Man. I'm just going to call him Blue Tape because it's a lot easier to say. Blue Tape's M1 rifle, but I don't like Fallout weapons having real names. I never have. At least it just doesn't fit. Gel with me, because owing to the nature that most things in Fallout diverges at World War II, so an M1 Garand would exist. It's pretty happy, but would a 300-year-old rifle really be around in great numbers? No, it wouldn't. A 300-year-old rifle would not exist that long, unless someone was manufacturing it. That sounded very wimpy.
Here's trouble. There you are.
Machine guns are by far the most dangerous thing, because I've actually made, I've got mods that make them so they're actually, well, useful. This is the one I normally get first. So to be honest, that's the one I normally get first. I tend not to get the hospital till later. The hospital tends to be a later one when you get that. I know I overdo it, but I'd rather be safe than dead. Oh, that's the wimpy sounding one, and he's the one that's gonna survive, because I can't get through the locked door.
I think I can pick this.
No, he's offending me. Someone like that should not be in the gunners. I've never heard his voice type before because I don't tend to engage gunners.
Yes.
Can't keep you out.
You're kidding me. That door. Oh, lover. How do I get up there? Oh, yeah, it's this. Derp. Derpy. I am not concerned about. I've got 19 more of them and I've used them like crazy. Super movement. What's super movement doing up here? Unusual place to find super mutants. I say this is just an unmarked building, and it's actually a proper dungeon. Fallout 4 does not excel in its main story or marked quests, but it's got quite a lot of dungeons that you don't even know exist. It's actually got a surprisingly high number of dungeons, considering. especially when you compare it to like other Fallouts, which have very, very little. Like, this is a total... You know, Fallout 4 is also a very... I would say it's a very vertical world. You know, there is... It's not a very large world. It's quite... It's the smallest of the lot. You know, it's smaller than Fallout 3. It's arguably you know, it's... New Vegas is hard to say because New Vegas has got so much dead zones. Oh, so that's where this comes up.
What's that?
Oh. 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 He's T-posing. He's broke. Laggiest part of Boston we're in. Oh, that's rickety. That is rickety. I'm trusting my life to this. Oh. No, I'm trusting my life to something probably built by super mutants. Ugh, I would not... You're trusting my life to that. So there's a lot of Fallout 4 that's actually, like, above, like... You know, above ground level. You know, it's not like... You know, it is quite a vertical game, and I do appreciate it for that. You know... I admit that Fallout 4 oversimplified systems. It did. It went too far. You know, they just simple... There's Hub 360. Another unmarked skyscraper with another DIA cache in it. Because I can't open it because I was like... You know, I don't actually have it. These are like unique doors I've never seen anywhere else either. So, you know, I don't think I've seen these doors anywhere else. I say, but Fallout 4 is definitely, you know, you can appreciate it more when you're not just you know, when you're not focusing on the quests, which it is really lacking in, and it's often oversimplified leveling. You know, I'm not a fan of like stupid random skill points. Not a fan of that. But you know, I don't like random level up gives you have to then allocate skill points. I really in fact, I'll go so far to say I despise that. You know, I really do. I hate. You know, Skyrim's system is perfect. You know, it's the right amount of. You know, you get your perk point and your skills go up as you use them, and that is how you level up. Fallout 4 oversimplifies it a bit. You know, it's a bit too far. You know, they should have kept, like, traits or something, you know. Something that makes you truly unique. Oh, great. Oh, speaking of that door, don't tell me this is all... Joe says Bucky's. Is that an actual building? And I've never been in, so I'm actually going to go in it, because I've never actually been in it. I didn't even realise it was a building, because I just assumed these doors were dead. It's funny, you see stuff on these streams that you've never actually seen. You know, even with like over 400 hours, you've still never seen before. I guess that's what you get when you don't fast travel everywhere. Because I used to fast travel like crazy. Oh, great, Mr. Handies. That's why I'm opening up my food. Mmm, yum yum. Because at least it hasn't got, you know, because that machine gun is just evil. The fact that I took that much food to survive. Coca-Cola. Piper's now got a bloody machine gun. I really do like that crude blowback though by Blue Tape. It was the first one I saw by Blue Tape, and I then went back and got his other ones. I've got a concrete sledge, you know, the Rebar Club, because it's a Rebar Club. It's kind of, you know, the super mutants don't need that much variety. You know, it's very well made, but it's also kind of unnecessary. You know, it doesn't add variety where it's needed. There's enough useless melee weapons for everyone. And I mean that, because melee is so useless unless you VATS. It's a case of, it's VATS or die with melee. because you just get blocked by everything. And I've turned that down. You still get interrupted by anyone else using melee. You know, I've turned the chances of that down, like, in Creation Kit, you know, so it's across all saves. It's, like, completely ridiculous how much is default. So, like, the automatron chance. I'm sure this is, the fuck? I didn't expect it to be an auto door. I expected it to be a door. Here's a question. Is this a...
Doesn't look a day past 199.
Nice thing to find in there. I get the feeling this is a Beantowns. You know, it's got that feel. And that's it. I'm pretty sure, you know, the door's got that feel. You know, it's got that feel like it's a Beantown. Subway train crash. And whoever these skeletons were, by the looks of it, mafia skeletons with a mafia teddy bear. And what looks like the smallest cage fight in history. Because that is a bloody chair, which means that someone's probably beat someone over the head with that. You know, the Beantown interiors give a little story, you know, have a bit of flavour. You know, just a little bit of flavour to them. You know, they often don't serve like any practical purpose, barring a little bit of loot, but they just provide a nice atmospheric thing. Like, you know, some mob cage fight, and then the bombs went off and they just sort of died in their chairs. Clearly the sewer wasn't lead-lined. Or a subway. So, and they actually have that there, because I think that's actually what's on the church itself, because obviously it's, you know, it's historical, because of the American Revolution. Where they got pissed off at the British, which is me, but basically because of taxes. And then they just sort of rebelled and wanted to become independent because they didn't like our taxes. Which, let's be honest, I don't think, apart from like Sweden, I don't think anyone actually compares to the amount of taxes you get in Britain, but I would rather pay more tax and get free healthcare than not, you know, if I have a medical problem, I don't want, you know, and so I can just go to a doctor whenever I have a medical problem and it gets fixed for free. Although prescriptions can cost. But, or, I don't think the American way of pay $5 billion for one basic operation. Now, I'm not really exaggerating either. There are at least 4-figure sums, and that's if you have insurance. You know, and this is just something basic. You don't, you know,
Tinker Tom's cooking up something.
in America, you just simply don't go to hospital because they charge you to use an ambulance. You know, I don't know how America gets by like that. I mean, I guess then again, I guess the hyper rich don't care because they just pay outright for it, which is ridiculous. You know, it's just ridiculous amounts. I mean, you know, I think it's safe to say that I'd rather have the tax. You know, more tax.
All processes are busy.
I'd rather have a tax and actually have healthcare than have like half as much tax but no healthcare. You know, I'd much rather have the tax.
You can send a runner to the DIA cache.
Reward dispensed.
Yeah.
Tom and his boys are still unloading all the toys you found from the DIA.
Oh great, I actually have to...
The cache you found has some real serious high tech. But the creme de la creme is ballistic polymer weave. Lightweight, serious stopping power. And it looks just like normal clothing.
And you can't apply it to all sorts of normal clothing by default.
All sorts of ideas.
What do you have in stock?
Well, it changes, depending on what's on hand. We lost it. Hopefully our agents score more supplies.
I'll take a look.
I will set you up.
It's like, this is also a case where I'm just going to buy all this ammo. And of course, not the fusion cores or missiles. They tend to be a bit too expensive for my tastes. I'm also going to buy the Tinky Tom Special. Because it's actually a surprisingly cheap legendary, special weapon. And of course, Train Whiz actually makes it unique. 10mm SMGs have way too much price. They really should change that. I never used mines, like, ever. Chinese rifle is Blue Tape's SVT-40. It's not going to be you're not going to find any number of Russian weapons in America in Fallout. You're just not. They're going to be cheap Chinese copies. Like the Chinese assault rifle is basically an AK. I'm sure mine's a jolly fat man. See, they are worth so much. Yeah, it is a jolly fat man. The 10mm pistols, SMG. Sorry, not the pistols. The pistols are worth nothing. I'm sure mine's a rocket launcher because I always call it that. Yep, I do love vendor time. I'm sure you do too. I'm sure it's the most boring, fun, and I'm doing the sarcastic fingers part of the stream. I'm sure it is. Keep one pulse raid, so pulse mine, they're just not worth it. Quick pull raw thinking, quick more. Cryolator, slightly rifle. Relentless, not particularly useful. Security bottom, no. Another ridiculously expensive 10mm. It's like the base price is set way too high on them.
Got too many teeth to be a scab.
Let's just see. Yeah, they have unlocked, but see how ridiculous ballistic weavers. 102 and 100. Okay, so 110. Like heavy metal. A full set of really heavy metal armor is going to give you about 140, but also over 100 weight. It's going to take up most of your weight. This just makes your weight up at 1.5. It is ridiculously effective. Like 1.5 weight. Yeah, the default choice is limited and it's ugly, but for almost as good protection, but for considerably less weight, ballistic weave is the only way to go if you're doing a weight-based run. It really is. It's the only way. It's kind of... It shouldn't be that good, but it is. So it's kind of an essential. It does mean I'm basically bulletproof at this, I'm taking a lot of reduction from things, because the way Fallout does damage reduction is really, really weird. Like, really weird. I don't understand it. Obviously Fallout 3 was dirt simple. It was damage resist. Your damage resist reduces incoming damage by that number. That number is a percentage out of 100. So the, one of 7 will be 7%. It was a percent reduced by that as a percentage. You're kind of really, really basic. I know what I need. I'm going out into the glowing sea. I need these. The question is, can one land here? Nope. And yet I'm sure it can land me here. The vertibird logic is really bad for determining where they can land. When you try and land in one, they like to clip through everything on the way down. But when you try and summon one in, they refuse to go unless you've got like a massive wide open space. As long as I have one left, it'll be fine. You know, I also got a mod to turn Boston Airport into a full settlement, because fair enough that it's limited during it, you know, when the Brotherhood is there. Fair enough, because they make you use it for certain things. But why does it stay limited when the Brotherhood's been destroyed or the main quest has been finished? It makes no sense. You know, I may as well build a power supply now. I'll just end up scrapping it all later. You know, I'll only end up having to scrap it later anyway. My ride. And what? Piper's going to teleport in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See? Piper's caught up now. It's about the only way to get in and out of the glowing sea is by bird to bird. But unless you want to waddle through and burn a few fusion cores.
Systems are go. Good shooting, Knight.
Of course, if you want to burn fusion cores and or wear a fugly radiation suit, which by default is basically non-armor. You know, because you can't equip armor pieces over it, and it obviously has no defense value, so it's kind of pointless. Oh yeah, where's... Is this pilot drunk? Seems to be going all over the place. Might as well lay a little fire down on there, see if I can't kill a super mutant. Yeah, because you can't go wrong with killing super mutants. Well, we're climbing. This is about as high up in the entire game you can get, really. You never really go higher than this. Even like when you're above mass fusion, you never go this high. I mean, I think the highest point in the entire game is that little tower on top of mass fusion, which is the building I'm focusing on. The radio tower is by far the tallest place in the game, but you can never get up there. I think I am actually as high as you can go. I mean, the top of that, I think that's Trinity Tower. That actually might be higher. I know mass fusion is slightly tall. I'm not sure that might actually be slightly taller. If I was standing straight, I might actually be taller. But basically, those two masts are the highest points in the entire game. You know, they're the highest points in the Commonwealth. I mean, I'm actually so far above that barely anything is loaded in. Like, barely anything is. Also, I think my mouse is dying, which is why it's getting a sort of twit like that effect. I was doing that manually, but it sometimes does it on its own. You know, I think the pin gets bent. You know, the little metal pin that actually does the clicking. I think that gets bent or dented, and it sort of results in it not having like perfect grip anymore. Ugh. It does take a while to go from one corner of the map to the other, though. But I do refuse to fast travel unless, you know, unless I really need to just jostle between locations. I do sort of like not fast travel. So I only actually have about that much range before the bullets don't even land. Gonna evolve. Might as well lay down some fire. Yeah, you might kill something. You can see it only has about that much range. The way to use a minigun is to do this. It's just to tap it. Because if you hold it, the accuracy just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until the point where it can't actually hit anything. So it's actually you're better off just going like, just like flipping it. does almost as much damage, but it doesn't burn. You know, it has the benefit of not burning through ammo when you're actually carrying one of the things and not a mounted one. Because the mounted ones have infinite ammo, they don't actually. They have 999 and don't go down. Sometimes it glitches, you can use your own weapons on here, which is rather funny when you say have a Fat Man equipped. As you get like infinite Fat Man, it's rather ridiculous. Critical strike on death claw, what? Oh dear. It's just dawned on me. There's death claws around here. Well, at least Virgil's cave death claw will be respawned. Or respawned even. No, I said respawned. See what I mean by Virgil's just a really dodgy landing, like they really like to click with shit. Yeah, that's just dodgy. Yeah, I think they're implemented. I like the way they're implemented, but they are just dodgy as sin.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get.
I have the code.
Suppose you did get rid of. How'd you manage?
The railroad helped.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one. I did the best I came up with some schematics for you. Here's the symbol explanation.
You know, how he came up with that, I don't know, because he's bioscience.
Build a device that will hijack
not
the
advanced
signal the
systems.
Institute uses to teleport coursers. And you know the craziest part of all the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this...
Your confidence is staggering.
I'm just saying, but if you can build, can you? I mean, can you build it?
I've got it covered.
Good.
And this is one of the first moments you'll hear about the Minutemen, even if you never ever engaged with them.
And don't you forget our agreement.
And it will point you to Preston Garvey.
It's my own.
Look at what the thing says. Get help to build a system. Talk to Brother, talk to the Minutemen, talk to the Railroad. You know, Minutemen always appears, even if you've never met them, heard of them, or anything. They always show up on that list. And it always points you to Preston Garvey. Because they really want you to meet Presto the Pesto. Oh, hello, ex-boy.
Smooth skins much longer if we don't get a move on.
Smooth skin? You a ghoul in disguise, Piper. That's their definition of us. You know, that's kind of the ghoul way, because obviously ghoul flesh sort of clings a bit more and becomes not smooth. Ugh, I'm taking Brads like crazy, waiting for bloody Vertibird to show up. It's not even worth healing until you're out of the glowing sea, because you just take so many Rads. I have enough ammo to just burn like that. Weird. The horizons look on this tree is really weird. Yay, it's here. It's actually arrived before I'm cooked to death by Rads. Back to the Boston airport. I've already decided. Actually, this depends whether or not I actually fly. Yep, I do have to fly up to the Prydwen, so might as well get to the Prydwen.
All weapon systems are go. Good shooting, Knight.
And so many Rads. It's amazing how many Rads I've taken. Just from standing and waiting for this. Yes, I don't know why you can do it in third person mode, because you'll never hit anything. Like, anything. I guess it's a case of just because you can doesn't mean you should. I'm really bad with my minigun. Oh. Well, ex-boy, you know I am actually going to the Brotherhood to build my signal interceptor. Whether or not I stay with them and go Institute, I don't know. I've pretty much decided I'm not going to Railroad, so. And from the very start, I made sure, I made a promise that I would never ever interact with the Blue Preston Garvey gang. Here, General, let me mark it on your map. No! He's never gonna. I'm never gonna have to hear that. I'm not even engaging with settlements much. I'm basically building them from a blueprint and leaving him like that. I'm not going out my way for settlements. Also, I don't know why you can shoot your own vertebrate. I really don't. Oh, that's vertebrate. Is it a Brotherhood one? I cannot for the life of me tell from this distance. But I just let's see what it is. Whoa, where am I going? Why is it? Why am I heading towards a Jamaica plane? This isn't the Electrical Hobbyist Club, is it? Oh no, I'm taking the laziest circle I could possibly take. I was going to try and dogfight that vertebrate down, but apparently not. Apparently it doesn't want me to. It could be a gunner one out here. Not much of a Brotherhood presence out here. Why are we at that? Yep, gunners are shooting at me, so. Brotherhood. That's a pretty one. Oh no, this is not my first time playing. I've done many playthroughs before X-Boy. Not my first time by any means. I just can't tell if it's, I can tell them close up because obviously the Brotherhood paint job is this one. It's got the emblem and ad Victorium on the door, the little flag on the rear, and the cross hatching on the hook, but it doesn't actually have the. But I can't tell from a distance. Gunner ones are just plain vanilla ones. But I can't tell from a distance. I kind of want to get into like a dogfight with one. Because I know awkwardly how to fly a vertebrate in a sort of in an actual useful position. I'm OCD about blowing the cars up, by the way, just so you know. Not a very good pilot. It's like I've actually played through with every faction, including the sort of fail-safe Minutemen. And let's just say the Minutemen's take out the Brotherhood option is by far the worst. and really, really dumb, because the Brotherhood would notice if the Minutemen were aiming their cannons at the Prydwen and would move it. You know, they would. You know, it's a really dumb one. The Minutemen one. The Institute one's all right. I think the Railroad's the most boring. Take out the Institute because it's just teleport them in. It's an inside job. Oh, for some reason, the birds do not respect the existence of the Prydwen if you fly them too high. They're supposed to come back down, but they don't. And we're up. Okay. They really do not no, I haven't discovered the Yangtze yet, I don't think. Well, it's not. I don't think I have. I might have swam past. I don't think I've done much swimming. I know where it is. It's sort of there, but then I think it is actually there. I think that's actually where it is. But
Elder.
By now, I'm sure you've
yeah. I've heard the speech before.
Wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading, according to our scribes. The moment that's in the Institute. To accomplish this, I've had our scribes.
Right.
The only logical.
Sure.
That's where we need your.
I have a way to.
So it appears. I'm pleased that you've chosen. Now,
it's the only one that'll build it safely.
Me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity.
Aren't you the least?
Don't allow the allure of their isolation. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the air.
There's one thing I'm going to do up here, and that's get more signal grenades and get to sleep to recover health for free. Yeah, Elder Max, he gets into a loop, X-Boy, when he, where he says that speech every time until you get the signal interceptor plans. I think he is I think it's a glitch, but they don't have a fit. Oh dear, Tuvok's talking.
Really bad idea.
That is all.
Yeah, but I get the feeling that he's not supposed to say the whole speech every time, but not even the unofficial patch fixes it. It's almost like they don't actually have dialogue for him. Oh, one in T-51. Not that common a sight. As it shouldn't be. Notice not a single suit of T-60 can be seen. Except on Dance.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them off. Proctor Tegan.
Well, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use it.
I just need signal grenades.
Sure, I've got some.
I need lots of signal grenades, because you always need more signal grenades. Oh, we've got 15 of these. I don't even realise I had that many. Penetrating is a good one. I need to strip that off. I have that for when I need to melee. Dirty things. Oh, I have so many clothes. I'll do.
Give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
Oh, hello, Hayden Hartman. Yeah, I seem to remember seeing something about that X-Boy where you can become Elder. It actually has all the voice files, and it's actually one of the... I think it's one of the most finished cut content things that they have. Because there actually is in the files, there's cut content for an underwater vault. I found bits of it in the creation kit. Notably a window that makes mention of a giant squid. Big untextured, unfinished vault window. Massive thing.
Creep me the heck out.
And there's also a sealable, like an underwater style vault door that's sort of completely unfinished in the creation kit that you can find. Like there was going to be an underwater vault. give some purpose to Fallout 4's massive ocean. You know, because there's all this that has nothing in, like, there's the Yangtze there. And then, like, pretty much everything else in the ocean is completely empty. I think there was definitely supposed to be an underwater vault at some time. They found giant squid textures as well. They've actually found them. Oh yeah. I've got the Mechanist DLC and it's already triggered.
US proud.
Hopefully I did two things. I did as you can see in my console log, I've set, you know, I've kept them active because I don't actually have enough settlements to really warrant it, but I've made the random encounter chance 5%. The default is 50. So it pretty much guarantees that you either get Rust Devils or Mechanist robots everywhere by default. You know, often fighting each other. Automatron is just... It doesn't feel like it was implemented properly. Like, they wanted to show it off, but it sort of overdoes it.
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around. Alright, I'll bite.
Did you know the Institute...
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via... This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across...
Oh, there's like 5 of them.
Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers...
Oh, it's a settlement, no X-Boy. Unless you've got a mod like I do that makes settlers, well, not protected. Settlers will always win every fight. It might take them a couple of hours to fight them down with a pipe pistol, but they will always win.
Well, damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high...
Wow. I'm glad...
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but here's a list of it. You're also going to need a massive power...
Don't worry, I've already built the massive power source.
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel of mutants.
See, I've already built my massive power source. You know, I had the foresight to build that a little earlier. Well, that's built, so back to Ingram, and she'll have deciphered those plans extraordinarily quickly. I think it's supposed to take a lot more time than it does to scrounge the components.
Any luck building the platform yet?
I glued a bunch of parts together and hoped for the best. Good enough?
Hey, you're the one that's going to be standing on the
That's
thing.
pretty much how you build shit.
It's going to hurt you a lot more than it'll hurt me.
But that sums up
Here's
weapon mods more than it sums up settlements, because you just glue everything.
So I'll be around if you have any questions.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
According to Virgil's notes, it takes 4 components. First, we need a control console to input the codes. Second, we have the relay dish. Third, and the most complex, is the molecular beam. You've already built the stabilizer. Oh, one last thing. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. If you need any help, I'd wish you good luck.
You haven't lived.
Now, I have to make a decision before picking which side I'm going with. You know what, I'll go with Brotherhood, I'll go with my gut. But, which means that there is one thing I must do, and that is never convince Madison Lee to come. Because, let's face it, do you really actually want Madison Lee in the Brotherhood bitching and whining about everything? Like, seriously? Do you actually want that? I mean, you don't want that, do you? No one wants that. No one wants Madison Lee on your team. That was easy. I think you're supposed to spend a long time scavenging for bits for that. I make sure the settlement's stripped first. Oh, I know what I need. What's the scummiest bed I can find? That'll do. Just wait for just get Maxim down here a bit faster.
Remarkable work. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Yeah, Liberty Prime is definitely the most impressive ending.
Lab rats standing by.
All of us are aware of the risks you're taking.
You can be such a dick to the Brotherhood as well. And they don't mind. I guess they're used to Madison Lee.
When we throw that switch,
you don't.
We don't know exactly.
Actually, no, you don't need a Madison Lee to build Liberty Prime. That's the beauty of it, X-Boy. You don't need her. You can go get Professor Scar instead, and Scar is actually nice. She's a bit rough, but she's, you know, when you get her in the Brotherhood, she's actually nice.
Unless I end up inside solid rock.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Now, I want you to listen very. Once you've entered the Institute, about 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began during this.
We don't need her. Commonwealth has someone else.
Dr. Matt.
How did the Brotherhood?
She was part of a civilian project.
Project Purity.
The Brotherhood
where she does nothing but bitch and moan at you the entire time.
That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood, and we're fairly certain.
Is there a point?
Just giving you the proper back. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to. If you find out that she's still alive, there's a special project.
What's this project?
Dr. Lee previously worked on it. We'd like her to continue working. Listen to me, Knight.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to, and then she gets all bitchy and moany, and I'd rather see her die.
Just keep your mind.
You know, I wanted to kill her in Fallout 3. That's how bad. But you can't.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, isn't it, X-Boy, how long it takes. I guess he actually has to wait for the vertebra to go. He'll probably summon it.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Whee.
Pull yourself together.
I love how
Get up onto that platform.
I jumped onto the platform within the 5 seconds it took you to say that.
Let's see. Relays dialed in.
From opening fire
Beam emitters warmed up.
It could
Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now.
Oh, you can do some serious, ridiculous levels of stupid in the Institute. If you kill named NPCs, a couple of generic simps will spawn to take, you know, on the way out. So if you kill like all the named NPCs, you get like this entire room full of synths. You know, I was swimming through them, there was that many. It was rather fun because I was in power armor and I went through so many sim packs, but it was really funny because I was just swimming through synths.
Capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%.
I think you're supposed to be like.
Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2,
You have your assignment, soldier.
Stay safe, soldier.
Move out.
I'm trying to. Let me go. You know, you know, I'm not going to be fighting in here. I might as well look respectable. You know, I may as well look a little more respectable. And I'm not sure that classes. I might as well wear the uniform of a dead Corsair. I might as well.
Hello.
At least it makes my infiltration look a little less, more subtle.
Make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Come on, Braytac, shut
I'm
up.
known as Father.
Oh great, the button's jammed.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Whee.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Yeah, that's like.
Welcome to the Institute.
That's like Brotherhood is always nicer to you. You know, Max can act like a bit of a dick, but he doesn't mind when things go wrong. He can always be talked out of it. Hell, he can even convince him to leave Dance alive, but that is so much hassle, it really isn't worth it.
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
Stop preaching.
It's never been easy.
No, I don't want to overflow the floor.
Interpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground.
This is where a lot of the extra Sims spawn, in this very room. So, like, this entire room was just full of Sim. Like, Gen 1 Sims. And it was rather ridiculous. I just stood in the elevator with a Gatling laser and blasted them all. I think I also used the broadside at the time. Leafy is a fag. Do I save my pubes? No, why would I want to put a shaver up my cunt? Seriously, why would I put a shaver up my cunt? And why would I do that? Anyway. Yeah, good point, X. If you were a paladin, yeah, you probably would get demoted. But as a knight, nah, I'm already bottom of the rung. I can't go back down to being a... Well, what? I can't go back down to being less than a knight. I'm not an initiate, I'm initiated. You can't demote me. Oh dear.
Sean?
Not Sean. Creepy synth baby, even fellow synth Sturgis doesn't like.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Now you're
God damn them.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father!
Those bastards.
What's going on? I don't know you. Go away! Father! Father, help me!
Who is...
Father, help me! Father? Father, help me!
I have to steal your globe.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's response is, he's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep
yeah, I guess you would technically... No one else would have gone in the Institute yet, so it kind of... Maybe that's where you get leniency. Or just Paladin dances would really carry that much sway.
I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you.
Yes.
I want answers, asshole.
Under the circumstance, but I need you to realize that
I love how asshole is considered vulgar. It's not that bad.
Than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far.
He decided to change sentence halfway through.
Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. I am.
Bullshit!
Is it?
Not as hideous as your father, you can't be my son. Because my Nate was hideous. You know, he was deliberately, I deliberately made him a freak. I mean, he does sort of have his father's nose, and his ears. Nothing else is. I think he has his father's eyes too.
Your son was no longer an infant. Is it really so? And here.
They stole you.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. At that time, scientific, so they followed the best.
I think I see.
Then perhaps the Institute, plenty of that was, even in their attempts to I was exaggerating. I am their father.
I know you're a father with 200-year lifespan, but I'm not.
I don't believe you.
I wish there was something to say.
You're lying. I know it.
Why would I lie? I've shown you my trust. Your weapons haven't been confiscated, and
I want out of...
I had certainly hoped we could work together. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay,
it's kind of
you will be sent
rather
back to the
wrong.
But from that point,
isn't it, X-Boy? The whole Sims are all technically, yes, technically you're taking a clone of your child.
The safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against them. The elevator will return you to the relay.
Really? You really gonna kick me out?
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How
I'm gonna blast you in the face for that. You know, I didn't shoot them until they kicked me out.
You cannot escape detection for long.
Please come out.
Actually, no. Oh. Oh, I've got to suffer through that again! Oh! No, I have another plan. So, no, I have another plan. I want to go at least a certain distance so I can have X6. Just so I can show off that she has dialogue that should never ever trigger. Ever. Because she has dialogue for mass fusion where she should be
I've
like...
checked and rechecked everything.
Yes, yes, I'm ready to go.
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform. Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind.
I'm on the elevator.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset.
Let's see.
If any harm comes
Relay's dialed in.
Well, there's no harm that will come to her, except when the Institute goes boom and Dr. Lee is still inside.
I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that too.
It finds. If you place it in any terminal
I think she
down there,
balked and didn't work.
Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner.
Why is she over there?
Wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%. 80%.
Don't shred my mattress with power armor feeds.
All that's left is to
I slept in that.
Switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
It's like I didn't realise that Father could actually kick you out that early. I mean, I know you could be a complete ass. I know you could get kicked out like after Bunker Hill, but to be honest, it really is more fun going for at least until Institute Mass Fusion, because at least then you get to do Bunker Hill, which you otherwise won't get to do. Say, why didn't I quick save on this elevator?
I wondered if you might
jammed
make it here. You're quite resourceful.
A funny looking jumper, that.
The Institute.
Very funny looking jumper. It's kind of like a woody with maybe Institute jumpsuit, maybe, but not a jumper. Jumpers are kind of like woolen things.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
I say, player character is always like this sort of god in Fallout, and it's always kind of funny. You know, there is no way a Soul Survivor should be that good.
I can only
You know, apparently you're the only person in the entire Commonwealth who knows how to do anything.
I'd like to show you that you may have
Although, judging,
wrong impression.
I mean, Raiders are clearly thick as shit. I mean, Gunners are, well, not that intelligent. The Brotherhood would probably find its way in on its own, but it would take longer. Player is just this, like, omnipotent god that goes through everything and is super intelligent.
For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves
to humanity's survival. Yeah, you stop preaching.
Research, countless.
Let's go. Yeah, burn a few 3-8 rounds.
A shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. But our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps.
Oh, there isn't even a what? There isn't even a wall.
But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what...
I have so many free 8 rounds I never use. I might as well burn a few of them.
You are here for a specific...
Yeah, that's a good one. We do the same thing every 5 seconds.
Here for your son.
Bulletproof. I want to kill the freaky sim thing.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
God damn them.
Who are you?
These bad people, they...
Father!
Well, technically, they stole them from Nate. Nate was the one who was actually carrying the baby.
I don't know you. Go away.
Damn
Father?
it.
Father, help! Father? Father, help me!
Like a bloody stuck record.
Sean. S923, recall code 0. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. Please.
Sure.
Let's start.
Bob.
Father is my...
I want...
Under the circumstances, but I need...
Also, the assault survivors' teeth are disgusting, considering they've only been in the Commonwealth for, well, a few days.
You have traveled very far and suffered. It's good to finally...
You know, because you can, you know, be like that when you start the game, which is very un-American, because American teeth are like disgusting.
Bullshit!
Is it? In the vault. But then you...
Right.
Is it really so? And here.
Hell of a story.
I'm glad you... At that time, scientific... So they found...
Yeah, so instead of making machines, they implant bits of... They make cyborgs by growing a human and sticking technology in them. Well, sorry, not growing a human.
So the weird
manufacturing humans, like actually building them.
In a manner of speaking. The
Yes,
Institute,
yes.
plenty of that, even in their attempt.
Oh, God. Do we really need all the expedition?
Sean.
It really... I know you...
I don't want to hear any...
Very well. The Institute is on the verge. I've been a part of it. And now...
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Just manipulate.
There is much...
I don't know.
Don't worry. The Institute... You want to... And finally...
I always go out the wrong door here. The only reason I'm going through this is because I want to actually do Bunker Hill and also get X6. That's the main reason.
This primary drive servo. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Excuse
Most of them
me,
have lasted
Doctor.
long past
They
their
weren't
projected
kidding.
lifespans.
You really are
If
here.
you ask me,
Well, all right.
they were built
I'm
pretty
Al.
well.
When Father told us, if you don't mind my...
I guess I just...
Oh, that's understandable. Now, I'll give you a quick run. As you might get, we maintain...
Yeah, your chief engineer got it.
The work we do. So,
Yellow was
now
a
that you're
dead
here and
giveaway.
you've spoken to Father, does that mean...
Right. Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything
So
else...
the yellow's a dead giveaway.
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. Oh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3.
So the yellow's a dead giveaway.
Tell me about this mysterious phase 3.
You know I can't talk about that.
suspicious lately?
Suspicious?
Oh.
She's been in for 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Okay. I'm just going to leave him phasing through his door.
Dr. Lee. Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Oh, bitch, 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 bitch.
Wow. That was productive.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys. If you plan to stay down here with us.
Is this how you treat everyone?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer
I'm a
to
miserable
you
bitch.
at all. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment,
that's it. Yeah,
so you might as
yeah,
well
that pretty much
spare it.
sums up the Institute story, X-Boy.
I'm not here for...
That's a load of crap, and a Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. I knew it was just a matter of... I've been looking over my shoulder
When
for
you're
almost
this,
a decade.
when you're
waiting for them to
this
send
miserable,
someone like you.
do we even want you? And the answer is no.
Why would we want you?
I did some pretty sensitive... Even though Lions let me go, there were a few... That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place... Since Father trusts you, I might not agree with everything he says.
You build a
but
giant
I never
robot, what do you
allow
think
harm
you're
to
gonna
come
do
my
with
way.
it?
Say what you came here to say, and then leave me
Have it so...
You're wasting your...
You're asking me why
No,
the
I'm
hell
not.
You need to stop.
There's... I'd almost forgotten how much I missed the intimidation and the threats. Tell me
From the
something.
place that
Why
kidnaps
would I
people and
possibly want
replaces
to
them
come
with
crawling
synths
back
to go
the Brotherhood?
spy on their
What
families.
reason would I have to throw away everything?
The Institute is...
So now you're just gonna hurl
And they
baseless
actually are,
accusations to
but-
get what... Come on.
I give up.
All right. I had a colleague down here several months ago.
Yeah, and then he just disappears and they want him dead!
He was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation. The incident, if you
Well,
bring...
I'm out of time, so...
No.
Then we have... Now, if you'll please. Now, for this... I've been told you're to be given...
I don't want one of those things anywhere near...
If you expect to be coming... In
I
case
have
the
my own I can
significance is
plug in.
lost on you, if nothing else.
Let alone.
Speaking of...
Sure.
This miserable cow. That's all I can say about Dr. Lee. Anyway, that... I don't want Dr. Lee in shot. I don't particularly want a screen in my face either. That'll do. Because if you kind of turn against the Institute at this point, you also lose like half the game's quests. Anyway, that's the end of that. I swear to you, bloody exit saves take longer than anything else. Oh, come on. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. Donate or sub if you want. And goodbye.